The massive problem of simps, how simping is destroying society. Bro, yes. Nobody likes a simposaurus. I repeat, nobody likes a simposaurus. Even the women that are living off of the simps don't like the simps. Have you heard how some of these women will talk about these guys? They talk about them like they're disgusted by them. So even the women that are living off of these types of men do not like simpasauruses.
Like, it's not my fault that I deserve money more than you. It's not my fault that someone likes me more than you. And they like me so much more than you that they're willing to give me $30,000.
I'd bet that that's a lie. I mean, what's more realistic? Somebody actually giving her $30,000 or her lying about getting $30,000 on social media because it's shocking, it gets attention, and it makes her seem like she's at a higher status, like she got it like that, like guys are just giving her $30,000. I would assume she's lying about that. It's possible because there are a lot of simps, but if I had to take a guess, gun to my head, I'd say she's lying.
The money, I'ma do it 200. They're not forcing you to do it. It's there, and if you'd like to use it, you can, and if you don't, you don't. I've seen it for young people, and I think it's really cute.
Drain, my ladies and I had a lot of fun laughing at this.
Bro, come on, man.
Him on TeamViewer.
I think it's really, really cute.
Please give me your money.
Oh my god, bro. This is completely out of pocket. This man might have a son one day, and this is going to be on social media, and his son is going to see him toot it up. There's no reason why, as a grown man, you should ever be in this position. Toot it up. If you drop a quarter and it rolls under the couch, lift the couch up like a man and pick the quarter up like a regular person. You should never, as a grown man, be tooted up looking back at it. This is completely out of pocket. The fall of the Western man has to be studied. There's no reason for this.
24-hour Venmo update.
These guys are insane.
Michael Brown, David S. $50. What?
See you for free. You can't send me no money. You can't be like, okay, baby, here, because I am used to that.
$400, and it was so close to me.
Venmoed me $25. When we say men are dumb, this is the that we're talking about.
Dang.
Because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution.
Had no idea who he was, so I unblocked and drained him $325 just for being an irrelevant loser.
And you would think that some of these guys have like big wig executive jobs where they're making a bunch of money, and most of them actually don't. Most of them are just regular guys working regular jobs, getting a regular wage. And how you like to spend money on video games or maybe going to concerts or maybe moderating your adding mods to your car, whatever you might like to do as a hobby, this is their thing they like to spend money on. I mean, simping is an entire economy.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you a day in the life of a girl who sells her farts in a jar. If you have time to watch
That's
Twitch,
disgusting.
you have $10, truly.
If you're not sending me money, I hate you.
And people are saying to me, oh, $1,000 for one jar of farts. That's so much money.
This is disgusting. That's disgusting, bro.
So in the last
Who's doing
video,
that?
I went in hard on how women are objectifying themselves, and thereby they are massively contributing to the problem with modern dating of men only wanting sex and nothing else. Now apparently that video was way too spicy for YouTube.
Probably.
And it got restricted and demonetized several times.
Yeah, YouTube censorship is back too. Like, I've had so many videos that I've tried to upload, and I've sat down, recorded them, edited them, everything, and got them ready to be put up. And then I put them up, and the ads are completely taken off of them. And so the problem I've noticed this year in particular, YouTube has been bought out by some new investors, new leadership in charge. So, you know how that goes, but the censorship is definitely back.
After multiple re-edits and uploads, I finally got it to stay up. However, by that point, the algorithm had completely f***ed it compared to part 1.
That happens.
So please show the video some love. It's a good one. Anyways, after we looked at how women contribute to the problem of modern dating, we now need to take a look at the other side of the problem, and those are the simps. Because these guys are on a completely different level.
A full Pokemon tattoo on his arm. Like, holy look at that.
So this poor guy, this Jose guy, he's sent $60, $60, $100.
Oh my goodness.
Followed by another $100, another $100, and another $100.
Bro.
Followed by another $100, another $100, and another $100.
We encounter that say, for example, no, I want to meet you in person. We just automatically assume that you're broke as and you can't give $20, you can't give $100, you can't give $1,000 or $5,000
per minute.
Yeah. Oh, she in the other clip, she said that she's used to that treatment. Where if you're so used to it, go find a guy that was willing to do it. They're lying. She's a liar. You're not used to that. And if you do get that, you're obviously getting it from men you don't respect, because if you had a man you respected that was willing to do that, you would be with him. Unless you don't actually appreciate it, and that's why you left the guy in the first place that was already doing those things for you. The problem with women getting used to dealing with these types of dudes is they expect men who actually have self-respect to behave like these types of guys. And any guy that has self-respect is never going to let himself be treated this way.
Phone call feature, but they love it when I call them and scream at them.
Twitch star Amaranth is paid $8,000 by a fan to call them a loser on video.
We are no longer talking about simply showering a girl who wants absolutely nothing to do with you with dozens of compliments on a daily or hourly basis.
Outside of a relationship, a simp can just make you feel like annoyed and kind of creeped out to a point where it's like, dude, just leave me alone.
Yeah, it's because you're not attracted to him. Usually the pursuit of a man comes down to how much the woman likes him. And that's why I tell dudes, if you pursue a woman and she's not receptive and she doesn't reciprocate, then that just means she doesn't like you. And that's fine. But you can't keep trying to make a woman like you or force somebody to like you that just does not like you. And if a woman doesn't reciprocate a certain energy to you when you're pursuing her, she obviously doesn't like you. And she'll keep you around for attention or a shoulder to cry on so she can complain about the guys that she actually likes. But as far as like it ever happening for you, sitting in the friend zone with a woman that doesn't like you is the worst thing. That's just so stupid. It's bad for your own mental health.
Or about being super creepy about all of the sexual things that you want to do to her.
I want to lift that skirt up and shove my finger up her
See, this is weird.
I honestly pay an ungodly amount of money just to be able to stick my tongue in Pokey's
No, we are now truly off the deep end, and these guys are literally spending millions of dollars on women that do not care about them at all, and they are getting absolutely nothing in return.
She couldn't even get that man a high five. Completely disgusted. And this guy is going to be donating hundreds of his hard-working money to this woman just to get some attention from her. And when he got a chance to meet her in public, he lifted up his hand for 10 seconds, hoping for a high five. And she was so disgusted by him, she didn't even want to touch him.
Now, the worst part about this is that it's making some women believe that this is perfectly normal behavior and that they are somehow owed this money for simply existing.
Come on, Marge. Don't be poor. You already did $1. Guess what? I'm literally getting 60 cents. Okay, you don't sub right now. 3, 2, 1, you're getting banned.
You agree that it's insane to send people thousands of dollars just because they want you to? Then please drop a like on the video and comment down below what you think.
Definitely like and comment.
So this leaves us with a situation where thousands of women are getting Cash Apped or Venmo'd on a daily basis, and for some, this has become their main source of income.
Yeah,
which
some
leads
of them
to defend these sims since they don't want anything to disrupt their sweet money flow.
When someone is talking about guys simping for a girl, I just don't understand what's wrong with like worshiping a girl. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with the man worshiping a woman. You're only supposed to worship God as a man. So that's the big problem with it. But that's what I'll be saying. When women are used to being online, like anytime you see women that are actively online, making content, streaming, trying to be important in that type of world, they're addicted to a level of attention that when they get into a relationship, they're not looking to be loved. They're looking to be worshipped. And anything that's short of that, they're going to run back to the attention because they're used to getting so much of it. And as one man, you're just never going to be able to compete with that type of attention. So like when you're dealing with a woman that's chronically online or trying to become an online personality, you got to be careful with that, man, because it hardly ever works out.
Girls deserve to be worshipped. All right? It doesn't mean you're a simp.
No, it doesn't.
All right?
Regular
Simping
guy.
isn't bad. Simping is king shit, okay? You're a king if you're not afraid to simp.
I don't want people to come into our community and be like, anybody who gives me money is a simp in a negative way. Like, simp me and be proud of it. Why do I like this woman's content? And you can list off your reasons.
Unbelievable.
You can be like, well, she wears a Groot jumper. Like, insinuating that the only people that would support me and my content would only do so out of the thought of maybe one day me is so insulting to me.
Yeah, but that's why they're doing it, and that's completely obvious, and you're cheering it on. Anytime these guys are watching you and you're not entertaining, they're not watching you because you have a Groot hoodie on. They're watching you because they want to see you take the hoodie off. Streaming for women is just a gateway drug into going into OnlyFans. And what these guys are doing is they're giving her money so that she could get accustomed to the lifestyle, and she depends on the money. And then once her streams start to get less views because she doesn't get naked enough, then she's going to start to realize her money's dwindling, and then she's going to do the next logical step, and that is to actually go on to OF and do whatever they're doing over there. I really do believe that. I think the streaming is just like a gateway drug into doing OF for a lot of ladies.
Oh, really? So guys giving you thousands of dollars for nothing in return is not about sex? Or the idea of one day possibly having sex? Well, let's ask a simp what he thinks.
Who are you kidding?
At one point in my life, I was a huge simp. You have to try everything that you can do to win them over so you can eventually get to your end goal, which is always going to be sex.
Yeah, you're never going to win them over. That's the problem. If a woman does not like you, she's never going to like you. If you're a woman and you're chasing a man and he doesn't like you, he doesn't reciprocate, he doesn't value you, whatever, blah, 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 he doesn't like you, you can never make a person that doesn't like you. And it so negatively affects men because men are taught that the more you give, if I just do a little more, maybe she'll love me one day. You have to work for a woman to love you. Generally speaking, you don't have to work very hard for a woman to like you if she actually likes you. And trying to pay to play is just a horrible investment.
Which is always going to be sex.
Yeah, I thought so. Now look, I get it. Yes, women are indeed beautiful, and being constantly bombarded with millions of ass pictures, booty shaking videos, accidental see-throughs or nip slips might make you lose all forms of common sense. However, this is getting crazy.
Yeah, I ain't ever that dumb. I ain't ever lost my common sense that much to the point where I'm spending $1,265 just to have a conversation. The fall of the Western man has to be studied. When you were paying $1,200, that was at least at the very least, and I'm not even saying I promoted or that it's good. I'm saying if a man 30 years ago, 40 years ago was spending $1,200 to talk to a woman, he was getting something out of it, not just a picture and not just a text message, if you get what I'm saying. So at least they had the dignity and self-respect to actually get something real out of the deal. These dudes are just doing it for companionship, and that is incredibly, get a dog, brother.
And it needs to stop immediately. Just look at what these guys are spending their money on. It makes no sense.
All of the crazy things I've ever sold online. The virtuals are just the tip of the iceberg. Boob sweat, we all knew that. That also went viral. That was on the news. Head egg shavings. Guys, I know this might sound weird, but a lot of people want this. So yeah, I sold that for a couple $100. Face masks that I've wiped my butt with. Is that weird?
Now at least she's putting in some actual work to deliver real products to her.
Yeah, is that a real product though, or is that like some dude's ball sweat? Very slippery slope.
Simp army, while others choose to go another route.
What is your opinion on simps? Well, I prefer the simps who actually give me money. You know what I mean?
Of course you do.
Because I'm like, how are you saying you love me so much, all this shit, and you don't have $5? Like, I know you have $5.
Before I clock into work, does anybody just want to cash at me $10,000 and be my sugar daddy? If not, it's cool.
Yeah, if not.
It'd be nice.
If not.
You were about to go on your bachelorette trip and you're wondering, should I put my Venmo handle on the cars we're driving? The answer's 1,000% yes. $399.
Oh, congrats. Yes, give me more money to congratulate me, please. Yes. Okay, JP yourself, thank you for the $10,000. But you know what would really make these incels upset and my ex? Donating $1 million.
Oh, well, I bet it would make them upset. It's crazy. Digital panhandling is crazy. It used to be seen as dishonorable to have to beg for money. Now, for some reason, when people feel like they're in front of a camera and they're just sitting on a live stream, it's okay to just start literally begging for money. And it's digital panhandling. It looks bad. Look at this, bro. Breast implant fund. And that's the job of a simp. It's to give a woman money so that another man can enjoy the money with her.
Now at this point, it's easy to just call these simps a bunch of losers and idiots.
Yeah, they
which
are.
Is something that plenty of creators are nailing perfectly.
She took $3K from me and told me that she's single. That's not okay. Yeah, I agree. I think that you're a f***ing idiot for giving her $3,000.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't think it's okay at all. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're pathetic. You deserve to lose your money.
Gotta love a good.
And that's how men talk to each other who do immoral things, right? Like when the women are on here just soaking up all the money or being willing to take their clothes off, all the women will just cheer on their negative or bad behavior. At least on the male side, when we see dudes getting involved in this type of stuff, overly gooning, donating all types of money to these types of women, we will call each other losers. That's one of the biggest differences. We don't promote for each other to be immoral in this way.
Asma and Ren. However, I think there's much more going on here than we like to acknowledge, and that we need a much broader debate on this whole disaster of a situation. Because no one is calling alcoholics or gambling addicts losers and saying that they deserve it. Those
They can
people
be
are seen as victims of a disease or an addiction, so why not look at extreme levels of simping in the same way? Take this guy for instance. This dude spent over $10K in savings on OnlyFans while his girlfriend was pregnant at the time.
Wow.
And not to on them, but from the looks of things, they could have really used the extra $10K.
Yeah, and that is a loser. In the same way where if a guy had $10,000 and he went to casino and put it all on red and it hit black, he's a loser. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. I call both of them a loser. I think once you start to sacrifice the well-being of your family because you can't control your addictions, you're getting to loser territory. And if you're spending $10,000 when your wife is pregnant, that could be going to your newborn kid on some random lady that's taking off clothes online. Loser.
So obviously, this was not normal behavior, and when someone like Mike on the Logan Paul podcast even gets this, then you know there's something f***ed up happening.
Simp and creator or simp and who they're simping for. Is there a dangerous aspect to that, do you think? Do you think there's an element of obsession that organically arises out of that kind of relationship?
Even the legendary queen of simps, Belle Delphine, a creator who's made
man, I gotta
millions of her
blur
simp
all of that.
army,
Gotta
even
blur
she
all of this here.
acknowledges that there are some serious problems with simping.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's definitely a line, and for me, the line is where your real life is impacted by how much you like someone. Say, for example, you're spending paychecks you don't have on someone. That's definitely crossing the line. Or neglecting your family and your friends because you're, watching this person so much, like a Twitch streamer or something. As soon as it affects your real life,
I would argue that there are probably hundreds, if not thousands of men whose lives have been completely destroyed.
A woman who benefits from the simps having to tell you that you have a problem, and this is the point where you need to take this problem seriously. A woman having to tell you that's benefiting from the simps, that's how you know it's rampant out here.
By simping and have lost thousands of dollars. Now, when it comes to the world of dating, simping has had a major effect on the way women view themselves, or more specifically, how high women rate themselves.
Okay, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10.
Hands across the board. Oh, period.
I believe
that's
that
undeniable.
I'm an 11 out of 10.
Like an 8.
An 8, okay.
12.
The funniest part is when people say, well, who else would you consider to be an 8 or a 9 or a 10? And then they name somebody that looks significantly better than them objectively, and then they have to sit in that and go, huh? But it still never affects them. They still never see the correlation between like the delusion. They never get it.
Would y'all rate yourselves from 1 to 10?
10.
Rate yourself an 8.
I can wear a 10.
You think she look better than her?
So rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10.
100.
100. Wow. There you were quick.
100.
More than 100?
More than 100. 1 to 10.
10?
Oh, your whole.
Oh,
Why are you a 10?
I have a really great personality, and I think I'm pretty cute.
Now, I'm a big proponent of having self-confidence and believing in yourself. However, there's still a difference between confidence and delusion.
Yeah, because you have to have some sort of self-awareness, or you're just not going to live a good life. Having no self-awareness, unless a man just comes on and takes on all of your problems for you, having a lack of self-awareness as a woman is extremely dangerous, and it makes for a very hard life, especially after the age of 30.
So obviously, this inflated ego of modern women comes from social media and dating apps, where simps are constantly bombarding them with compliments and neediness. Because whenever a girl posts any photo of herself online, there will be hundreds, if not thousands of likes and comments, giving her a dopamine rush stronger than the old school Colombian white. Now, I'm not hating on these women for having a successful Instagram page, more power to them, but what I would like to point out is that this constant bombardment of intense praise by a simp army is going to warp your reality.
Yep, definitely.
And so what you get is that average women start believing they are on the level of a supermodel, therefore sidestepping average guys and only focus on the very best men available, which naturally results in the only possible outcome.
Yeah, it's crazy how many women are not even like incels, but they're just they put themselves through having crazy standards in that category where they're never going to find somebody. It's actually very sad to see, especially because it's a self-inflicted problem and they can't even see it. Like, they don't even understand when you talk to them that their standards is the problem. We're going to see an unprecedented, like literally something that's never been seen in human history. We're kind of in the phase now where it's starting to catch up to people, and we're going to see an unprecedented amount of women that are single and childless in their 30s. And it's just starting now, but it's going to start ramping up. Trust me. It's getting crazy.
I was supposed to be on a date right now, but I got ghosted. He just like unmatched me on Hinge and blocked my phone number.
Now this problem of simping extends much further than just ghosting, because it also feeds into the belief that men should go above and beyond on a first date, trying to impress a woman and spend lavishly. Now the reason why this expectation is absolutely insane nowadays is because dating is no longer about finding a long-term partner, and therefore courtship loses its purpose. And in addition to that, many women are just using these dates to get a free meal or to kill some time.
Women going on dates to simply get free meal. 1/3 of women in a new survey admitted to going out on a date just for a free meal. They were hungry.
No romantic interest. They couldn't care less. They just want a free meal.
Now obviously, you can't really blame these women for operating this way, since this behavior is mostly enabled by simps who are willing to spend thousands of dollars on women who have made it very clear they are not interested in them.
Well, even if they aren't to blame for it, which I think that they are because they're still grown-ass adults who have their own autonomy and can make their own decisions, even if they're not to blame for having these insane standards, they're still going to deal with the consequences of having them. And if that means living the rest of your life single because you're waiting for some guy that doesn't exist to come save you, that's going to be the consequence of it. And it's a sad thing. I'm telling you, we're going to see a lot of women start to hit the line where they are unable now for the rest of their lives to have kids because they waited too long or they waited for a specific guy that never came.
But the simps throw that money at them anyways, just for the hope of some level of acknowledgement.
Yeah, simps are people who are like, if I give you enough money, you'll marry me, right? I don't care if you have a boyfriend, I'm next. You'll see that I'm the one. I will compliment you. I will eagerly await every single Twitter post, Instagram post, and Facebook post. I'll drop it a like, and one day you'll realize I love you.
This behavior is no different from celebrities that exhibit extreme diva behavior, since everyone around them treats them as if they were a literal god.
Yeah.
So when this happens on a daily basis, it's logical that this will impact your behavior, and you will start to expect a certain level of treatment from everyone around you. Now unfortunately for the simps, their behavior is only pushing the women that they want further and further away from them, leading to them spending even more and becoming even more desperate, and thus creating a vicious circle of desperation and spending. This was the plague of simps. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.
Yeah, bro, it's a simp-pocalypse out here. Like, these dudes have their entire, like, they have their own economy. That's how bad it is out here. And simps and hoes are like a match made in heaven. Like, they're perfect for each other. As long as if you're a woman, you avoid the simps, and as long as if you're a man, you avoid the hoes. I mean, we could just let them all just do their thing, and then we can actually meet, like, decent people, and hopefully that's how it works out. Let me know in the comments below if this video is a W or L, and give me the HBO special. That's a help brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.